Hey there. Welcome back. You already know the deal behind every hero, every twist, and every ending. There's a theory waiting to blow your mind. Even today, Thor remains one of the MCU's most beloved heroes. And now that we know he'll play a major role in the next Avengers movies and get his own sequel with Thor 5, fans are hyped. According to Marvel and Chris Hemsworth himself, the next Thor film will be darker and more serious. Possibly the ultimate chapter for our God of Thunder. We're talking about Thor's hidden powers, his greatest secret, and the real reason Odin was afraid of his children Thor and Hela. And yes, the truth about Ragnarok, which, spoiler alert, isn't over yet. So grab your hammer, put on your superhero suit, smash that like button with the Infinity Gauntlet, and let's go! And today we're breaking down Thor 5 and the new powers of Thor. Recently, Kevin Feige, the big boss of the MCU, revealed his vision for the post-Avengers Secret Wars era. He said the upcoming Avengers movies will lead to a new age, not a hard reboot, but a soft reset. A kind of fresh start that keeps the best parts of the MCU while adding new foundations. Feige also emphasized Thor's importance moving forward. Not only will Thor appear in the next Avengers movies, but Marvel wants him to stay active beyond that. He even joked, Chris Hemsworth is still in great shape, reassuring fans that our favorite Thunder God isn't going anywhere. Thor's next chapter will be about evolution, something Marvel has been teasing since Thor, Ragnarok. Now, some actors are done with their roles, and that's fine. But Thor's story isn't finished. After Love and Thunder, Hemsworth himself said he's totally on board for a darker, deeper sequel. Something epic and tragic, like a showdown against a villain as powerful as Hela herself. Taika Waititi, however, won't return to direct Thor 5, and that's music to some fans' ears, since Marvel reportedly wants a complete tone shift for the franchise. A total reset, which already tells us this movie will be very different. Some rumors suggest it might release after the next Avengers films, but take place before them chronologically. Either way, it'll connect heavily to the multiversal chaos of Avengers Doomsday. And if you remember Infinity War and Endgame, Thor was basically one of the main characters. His arc was massive. Those films always show Thor at his strongest, evolving into something greater before heading back into solo adventures that explore his divine lore and Asgardian mysteries. But here's where it gets interesting. Thor is way more powerful than you think. So powerful that Odin himself feared him. In Thor, Ragnarok, when Thor faces Hela, he loses his hammer and his confidence. But Odin appears and drops the bomb. Are you the god of hammers? He reveals that Mjolnir was never the source of Thor's power, just a tool to control it. Meaning, Odin was never just helping Thor. He was containing him. That hammer was a leash. Odin used it to limit Thor's power the same way he once controlled Hela's. Odin knew his kids were cosmic-level beings so strong they could destabilize the universe itself if they lost control. That's why he sealed Hela away and exiled Thor when he became too reckless. Every punishment Odin gave was really fear in disguise. He was terrified that his children could outgrow him. Over time, we start to realize Thor's powers were never from the hammer. They're instinctive. He doesn't even understand their full extent. In Love and Thunder, we see Thor accidentally transfer his powers to others, entire armies, even without losing any himself. That's insane. It shows his power is virtually infinite, reacting to his will and emotion. Thor doesn't limit his power because of moral restraint. He limits it because he doesn't even know how limitless he is. Odin once said, "Even with your two eyes, you only see half the picture." Thor has always been fighting with half his potential. And now, since Odin's death, the control spell on Thor's power has vanished. Just like Hela broke free after Odin's passing, Thor's true strength has finally awakened. This includes something fans have long theorized: the Thor Force, a divine power inherited from the Odin Force. itself passed down from the Boar Force, generation after generation of Asgardian kings. We actually see glimpses of it throughout the movies, like when Odin strips Thor's powers in the name of my father and his father before him. That's cosmic heritage right there. The Odin Force is what kept Odin alive for centuries, and it's what Thor is now beginning to harness. In Love and Thunder, his lightning changes color and intensity, hinting at his divine evolution, instinctively channeling cosmic energy once unique to Odin himself. So in Thor 5, we could finally see Thor unleash this full God-King potential power, so vast, it might even rival the multiverse itself. Remember, Odin conquered 9 realms before stopping. But Thor is stronger than Odin, which means he could literally alter the fabric of the multiverse. And Marvel has been teasing that ever since Infinity War. Every time someone wields Thor's power, his own doesn't diminish, not even a little. His energy is bottomless. It's about time the MCU lets him tap into all of it. And then, there's the prophecy of Ragnarok, the Asgardian apocalypse. What if Ragnarok isn't over? What if Secret Wars is actually the true end of that prophecy? In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is cyclical destruction followed by rebirth, which fits perfectly with Feige's soft reset. The entire multiverse right now is structured like Yggdrasil. The world tree, meaning Thor, is literally part of the cosmic engine that connects universes. So yeah, Ragnarok might continue across Secret Wars, ending with Thor's rebirth into a new MCU era. Thor and Loki both still have roles to play, the sons of Odin, destined for greatness. And speaking of Loki, Thor has never truly accepted his brother's death. If you look closely at his tattoo, Loki has a question mark next to it. Deep down, he knows his brother is still out there somewhere. Their story is one of the best in the entire MCU. Emotional, mythic, and endlessly layered. I can't wait to see where Marvel takes this next. What do you think? What new powers do you hope to see Thor unlock in Thor 5? Drop your theories in the comments. I read and reply to everyone, and your comments really help the video get seen. Don't forget to hit that like button with the Infinity Gauntlet if possible, and subscribe if you haven't already.